Should be on.
Okay. So try to kind of roll up our leaves of spinach. So we're going to do some chiffonade, right? So remember how we've been talking about slabs, slices? This is almost the same thing. So here's my slice, if you will. And now I'm going to make sticks. So chiffonade is basically making thin little sticks. Let's go with about 1/8 of an inch, the thickness of your knife. Okay? I'm holding the knife like I showed you. I've wrapped my fingers around it. And I'm going to come down and slice forward. Tip down and moving forward. I'm trying to be about the same thickness the whole time. If you can't get it this thin, that's okay. Remember what we started talking about last week is consistency and size. I'm okay with. All right, so you're going to practice chiffonade. That would be a pretty good chiffonade. All right, but for mincing, so that you're going to do that first with some spinach. Then, and do it, maybe 3 times till you get comfortable with it. And then for mincing my spinach, I'm going to try to get a little finer. And you'll see why I'm doing spinach first. I'll do the same thing with parsley. So now I'm going to get as fine as I can. So it's less than the thickness of the knife blade from the top anyway. And the knife is kind of going along the knuckle of my middle finger. And I'm just kind of sliding my fingers back a little bit. Okay. I have a whole bunch of little sticks now, don't I?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to twist those sticks. Theoretically, they're now like this, right? And now I'm going to come back and kind of just bunch this up, hold it as tight as I can, and start going as fine as I can. And I'm just kind of slowly pulling my guide fingers back a little bit and kind of letting the spinach roll underneath and out of my finger, right? And then I can walk it a little bit. So I'm going to lightly push with both hands away from me or pull towards me. Not a lot of pressure going on here. That didn't take me very long to get that minced spinach, did it? All right, it's not perfect, but it's a lot better than most people would have gotten in that amount of time, right? So then with parsley, I do the same thing. I like some of the stem because the stem has flavor. So I don't pull the leaves 100% off. I'll take some of it off. If I have a big bunch, I just go all in. Again, same thing. So I'm going to ball this up a little bit. I'm going to chiffonade it first, as fine as I can get it. I'm going to kind of twist it as best as I can. And I'm going to come back. Way back, I was taught to get it super, super fine. We used to have a guide where you said the green, as soon as the green starts coming out onto the cutting board, we knew it was fine enough. But I didn't work very hard at getting that minced parsley, right? And there I am. I got minced parsley. And it's fairly even in cut, as opposed to, that's not pro. Let the knife work for you, okay? So that's minced parsley. And then chives, we do basically the same thing. we're just going to slice them as fine as I can. Think about as much slicing and making the knife quiet as possible. All right, so minced chives.